Hi everybody, and welcome to the What's New webinar for the latest release of Mercury SMS. The latest version will be available as of Friday the 23rd of September 2016, and this webinar is going to take a look at the various new features that have been added as part of version 1.10. So the main things that are being included are a fourth option of a keyword action, which allows you to perform a field update. And the majority of the other enhancements are around the SMS feed. We've received such amazing feedback on how good the SMS feed is in being able to communicate with your clients in a live environment that we've made it available across additional standard objects. So we can now use it on accounts, opportunities, and cases. And you can also make it available to use on any custom object, as well as using it on Salesforce One. We've also got a couple of minor enhancements, and we'll talk about those later on. So let's take a look at the new keyword action field update feature. We've introduced a fourth keyword action where you're now able to perform a field update on a particular object. This is in addition to the existing keyword actions that you already have available in Mercury SMS, which are being able to create a new lead, creating a new case, or creating a campaign member. So if we look at what we can potentially do with the field update keyword action, we might have an example where we want to update a particular field on a particular object. So when we're looking at what the actual field update action is, it allows you to update a specific field on a specified object, or you can choose to update a specified field on all objects where that field may exist. So as an example, if you're wanting to update an email field on any object that has an email field on it, you can do so, or you can specify it to be a specific object only. In terms of the fields that we support, they're all listed here on the screen, and within the release notes there are details around the requirements for each of those field types. So if we look at an example of a field update, in this scenario here, we've got a field update SMS keyword action. It's specifying that the keyword is hashtag email. It's going to perform on the lead object, and it's going to update the field, the email field. Now, if I had specified a value in the update value section, it would actually update the record with that value. If that's left blank, it will take whatever comes after the keyword in the inbound SMS. So looking through this scenario, we would have an outbound message saying please confirm your email address. When the person replies, starting with that hashtag email, which identifies that it's the keyword, it would perform a field update on updating the email value on the lead record. So let's jump in and take a look at how that might work in Mercury. Okay, first of all, what I need to do is create my new SMS keyword. So I'm just going to click on the new button here. I'm going to select field update from the record type and click continue. So my keyword is going to be hashtag email, and I want it to be operating on the lead object, and I want to operate on the on the email field. And what I want to do is actually take a look at the I want to take the value from the inbound SMS rather than specifying a value here, so I'm going to leave that blank. So that's my keyword created. Now what I'm able to do is jump across and take a look at a lead record I've already got created here. So you'll see I currently don't have an email specified on this record. So I can scroll down, put in here my message. So that will go out to my contact, my lead in this example. I'm able to see that the email has been received by the recipient. So now what they're able to do is actually reply to that message starting with the hashtag. Once that's been sent, it will be received by Mercury. So you can see that that's now come in. So if we pop back in, we'll be able to refresh this page, and we can see now that the field has automatically been updated with the email address that was submitted by the recipient. There are a few things to be aware of, and these are all documented in the release notes, but in order for the field update keyword action to work, the Mercury SMS site guest user will need view and edit access of any field that you're wanting to perform a field update on. Other considerations to take in to have in mind: validation rules, workflow rules, processes and triggers that all run. They will all run as usual when you're performing a field update, and these may prevent the update from occurring or trigger further actions based on the field being updated. Where the person sends in an invalid response, if the response is invalid for that field type, the field will not be updated. However, the original inbound message will still be stored on the task record linked to the parent record. Please also be aware that the existing keyword actions of creating a lead, creating a case, or creating a campaign member will take priority over a field update keyword action. It's therefore not recommended to have field update keyword actions that use the same keyword as any of your other actions that you've already configured. We do hope you enjoy this new feature, and we look forward to hearing your feedback. The SMS feed that lets you have a real-time chat with leads or contacts that was launched as part of version 1.9 was such a huge success with clients, we've made it available in a range of other objects within Salesforce. Out of the box, you can now add the SMS feed to the account, opportunity and case object. So let's take a look. On this example, we'll be adding it to the opportunity. So all we need to do is simply edit the page layout. So I'm going to click on the edit layout link. And I have two options. I can add the button, so you'll see here I have an SMS feed button. I can simply drag that down and drop it into the custom button section. I could alternatively choose to embed the Visual Force page directly onto the page layout. So I'm just going to drag the opportunity feed component down onto the page where I want it, and what I'll be able to do then is click on the properties, adjust the height to the recommended height of 600 pixels, click OK and save. Now you'll see here I have both options of clicking the button to access the feed in a pop-out window, or as you can see on the main page, I've had it embedded onto the page layout. Please note, the opportunity SMS feed will only work with the phone field stored directly on the opportunity. It does not support sending messages to contact roles. So prior to initially sending an SMS via the SMS feed for any of these standard objects, you'll first of all need to select the phone that you want to send it to. So it will, by default, it will open onto the advanced settings. You select the phone number that you want, click on basic, and then you can send your messages as normal. So as everybody seems to love the SMS feed, we've also made it possible for you to make it available on any custom object you have built within your own Salesforce environment. There's a little bit of customization required for this to happen, but it's all detailed out in the release notes, and I'll walk you through what needs to happen now as well. But certainly if you do get stuck, more than happy to assist. Simply just drop us an email at support@aprica.com.au and we'll be able to help you from there. So in order to make the SMS feed available on a custom object, the first step is to create a Visual Force page. So we do this by clicking on Setup, and then up in the top left in the quick find, if you just type in Visual Force, you'll see Visual Force pages come up. If you click on that link, and then what we want to be able to do is click on New. So first of all, I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to call this Mercury, and I'm adding this to the bookings object, which you can see up here. So this is a custom object I've got in my org here. So I'm going to call this Mercury booking feed, I'm also going to make it available on Salesforce 1, and then what I want to do is actually replace this code with the code that's detailed in the release notes, which I've copied, so I'm just going to paste that in there. And the one thing to note is that we need to change this parameter here from object name, and this needs to be the API name of the custom object. So in this example it's booking. So I've saved that. I've now got my page ready, and I can add that in the in two ways. I can add it as a custom button, or I can add it as a Visualforce page embedded onto the page layout. So what I'll do in this example is just click on the a sample booking record, and then I'll add the Visualforce page as an embedded component. So click on Edit Layout, scroll down to Visualforce pages, and then I'm going to drag that wherever I want it to appear, and again just specifying the properties, making that 600 high, clicking OK, and then save. So there you can see I've been able to add the component, the SMS feed, to the page layout. So again, select the phone that you want to send to, and then click on basic, and I'm able to send and receive messages via the feed to this custom object. Alternatively, if we don't want to embed the SMS feed on the page layout, but instead we would prefer to access it via a custom button, we can create that. So what we'll do is jump back into setup. Then we're going to click on create, then objects, and then I'm going to go to my custom object, scroll down to the buttons, links and actions, and click on new button or link. So again, this is all documented in the release notes, but what I'm going to do is put in SMS Feed. Going to make that a detail page button, and then I'm going to switch this to Visualforce page, and then I'm going to make sure it's pointing to the correct Visualforce page there. Click on save. So that's just reminding me that it won't be accessible until I've added it to the page layout. So back on that button, what we want to do is just click on the window open properties here, and just make the width 300 and the height 600, and then click save. So now we can have our button ready, so that's available to add to the page layout. So again, we'll edit that page layout, go to the buttons, drag the SMS feed button that we've just created onto the page layout, click on save. Then we can click the button, and that will open up the feed. Once again, make that selection of the number, and then off to the basic one to send the message. We've also made the SMS feed accessible from the Salesforce 1 mobile app, meaning that you can use Mercury SMS while you're on the move and wherever you are. So you can access the feed by clicking on the SMS feed icon in the action bar at the bottom of the screen, and as you can see here, you're able to use it on standard objects, and you're able to use it on custom objects. Again, where it's a custom object, you'll be looking to specify the phone number from that record, and then once you've done that, you'll be able to send the messages. To add the SMS feed icon to the action bar in Salesforce 1, you'll need to edit the page layout of the relevant object in Salesforce, and you will need to add the SMS feed action to the Salesforce 1 and Lightning Experience Actions section. So you can see here I've already added it. You may need to override the global actions to be able to access this. Then once you've done that, you can add the SMS feed, click on save, and then that will make the SMS feed available from Salesforce 1. So let's take a look at that now. So you can see here what I'll do is go into my leads object. I'm going to select a lead that I've got in Salesforce, and then you can see down the bottom I get access to the SMS Feed icon. I click on that. That loads up the SMS feed in context of that lead record, and I'm able to send and receive messages in real time via the Salesforce One mobile app. We've also made a few minor enhancements around the task record that captures the outbound SMS. So there's two new small features that have been added. First of all, we're now capturing the number that the outbound message was sent to, so we're able to identify that by looking at the task record, looking at this field here. And the other one is around identifying how many times a response has been received against an outbound message. So we now have the number of responses field, so where the inbound message is received and thread matched to an outbound SMS, this field will increment by 1 each time a message is received. So this field will be useful if someone is wanting to identify which messages are being responded to. So you'll want to make sure that you add these two fields onto your page layout on the activity page layout. So that's all of the features that are included in this version of Mercury SMS. We hope you like everything that's been added. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Certainly feel free to get in touch. And the steps to upgrade are detailed in the release notes. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye.